I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
And now, your mama knows.
29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What are you, fucking nuts? You thought? You just...
Subscribe to the most epic channel on YouTube for live streams every week. Daily videos. Subscribe. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.
Well. All I wanted to do was relax. All I wanted to do was mind my own business. But unfortunately, it's a Wednesday, and that just seems to be when the news strike. Last week, as I had that Wednesday off, what happened? It was we don't need a PlayStation anymore. This week, while I got my Wednesday off, what happened? It's that we don't need a new Xbox console, hybrid, PC. So, can I just relax and play Ark Raiders without any issues? Can I just relax and let the dogs run around? I guess not. So, with that being said, I figure let me go live and let's talk about it. So, yeah, if you're new to the channel, I'm the Cowboy King of Entertainment. I do gaming, vlogging, podcasts, movie reviews, product reviews. Every birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day is on this channel since 2011. Even my honeymoon in Mexico swimming with sharks. So with that being said, if you find any content you like, just go to the end of the video and it'll have a playlist with that similar type of content. But I'm going to grab a chair. I hope you grab a chair. And let's get this show on the road. So, to be transparent, I don't know nothing about this at all. Zero. Okay. I was minding my business, playing video games, and I heard I was playing with Murder, and he was like, "Oh, they just came out with the Steam machine or blah blah blah," and then I see my Discord blowing up, and I'm like, okay. So with that being said, to join the show, anybody could jump in. You guys could fill me in. I'm gonna pull up videos and stuff on it, and figure it out. So I'll link this to join the show in the comments, and let's get into it. So let me go to YouTube, and I want to watch. I guess it's called Steam Machine, and I want to. And apparently, people said they had one in the past, so I want to see a Steam Machine trailer. So this is official hardware trailer by IGN, but that's 6 minutes long. Does it have to be that long? Like, all right, let me just pause. And then let me see if they might have a, you know what? Well, let's start to watch it and see where it goes. All right. It started off with, "Hey everyone." So I keep myself smaller on the screen. Let me give them a like, as I do for all content creators. All right, let's check it out.
Hey everyone, this is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable, handheld gaming PC that lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it. People who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you. We're excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam Deck. This is a video about the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026. Let's start with this one. This is the new Steam controller. The new Steam controller puts all of your Steam.
That's an ugly controller. I'm just saying. My thoughts from right there. I'm like, what? But I guess they made it so the triggers could be like a mouse.
Games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want. Just like with Steam.
Not triggers, but touchpad.
Steam Deck, we want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller, even games never built with a controller in mind. It has all the great features from Steam Deck, like trackpads, gyro, and back buttons, all in a comfortable form factor. Its next-generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play with improved responsiveness and longevity. We've put capacitive touch sensors on the thumbsticks and now on the back of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb, or your pinky if you're feeling fancy. Play for way too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours of playtime. With Steam Controller, we want to make charging and wireless pairing something that's actually easy. That's why we created the Puck. The Puck is a combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every Steam controller. Snap it on to charge. Once you're charged up, snap it off again. You can play over Bluetooth or a wired connection too. The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or Steam Link, whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam Machine. Oh, this is the new Steam Machine.
I like how they're having fun with it. I will say that. It's kind of cool. They're just, being funny about it.
Steam Machine is a powerful gaming PC in a small but...
So the Steam Machine is the shape of a box. Is that the new Xbox?
mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like lightning-fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand your storage, and brings some new tricks of its own. like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want, and it works with all your favorite.
Make it clear. They just said Steam Machine is a PC. Okay? So when people start taking this and saying it's a console, they just said it was a PC. But let's see what they say next.
Desktop and gaming accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller, with the low latency, wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in. And it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep, this is Steam Frame. Steam Frame is Valve's next generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games.
I'm not gonna lie, that's clever. So you talk about the Steam Deck, then you talk about the controller, then you talk about the console, and then you talk about the VR. That's clever. That's clever. Just saying. Let me look at the comments real quick. Murders in the building said fire. Simpleton, what's going on, Simpleton, man? And Blood is in the building. Say if the price is right, this could be a problem for the other consoles out. And then looks like it's a Series X cut in half. First they had the Steam Deck, now the Steam Box. Oh wait, isn't it called a Steam Machine or is it called a Steam Box? Let me see. Simpleton said, "Isn't everything an Xbox?" That is true. This is gonna disrupt some sheesh. So I think that now, hear me out. This might make Sony more than ever say we're definitely not putting our games day and date on PC. If Sony put their games day and date on PC, you got devices like this where you might be like, well, why get a PlayStation? Of course, the PlayStation 6 will be coming out, but anyway, let's finish.
VR and non-VR alike in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up. Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all your fingers, as well as a split gamepad layout to work with your whole Steam library. They even feature the same magnetic thumbsticks as Steam controller for responsiveness and longevity. Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the new Steam controller, a great companion for playing non-VR games in the headset. To make sure streaming is smooth and stable no matter what, Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection.
Okay. They just blew my mind right there, right? So one of the things, the worst things about VR is when you have it wired, right? So they just said you won't have to worry about it being wired. But notice what they said. Okay, same old, Wi-Fi 6. But I like that they spelled out Wi-Fi 6. Let's bring it back.
Your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection. And the game is streamed to your frame optimized for VR, using new technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running Steam OS. In addition to streaming, you can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without...
Look, notice it said remote play. It said a bunch of stuff. Here, let's run this back. Look. Steam Store, Cloud Saves, Friend List, Steam Chat.
You can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without a host PC. You can also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a micro SD card. Steam controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame. All built with the same DNA as Steam Deck. All powered by Steam, work together, and can...
You know what I think is clever? Instead of they saying they took this based off of consoles, they're saying they took this based off of the Steam Deck.
Can be used however you'd like, with whatever peripherals and accessories you choose. Everything you see here is the culmination of what we've learned from our previous hardware experience and what we've wanted ourselves as gamers. Powerful PC gaming in an open ecosystem, giving you more ways to enjoy the games you love and discover new ones. Steam Controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame are all shipping in early 2026. Learn more at steampowered.com/hardware.
Wow. Wow. There's a bunch of questions. All right, cool. So, let's back this up a little bit. I want to pull it on the screen, maybe right there. No. That's probably not what I want. You know what? We'll do that. All right, so, man, let's talk about it. So let's bring in none other than my guy that was playing some games with me today. We was rocking on that Arc Raiders, none other than 5-0 Trey Gaming. Let's go. What's going on, man? What's going on?
Good morning, all.
This is interesting. Now they clearly said it is a PC though. So they clearly said it is a PC, but it's a PC that's optimized for gaming, kind of like a console, right? Streamlined for gaming. So there's a couple things. One, how much is it going to cost? Two, can you upgrade it? There's a couple questions, but we got a guy on here that wants to come in, which is cool because he actually was a diehard console guy and just built his very first PC, coming in none other than Dodge Man Gaming. What's going on, Dodge Man?
Not much. Just leaving work now. I seen that earlier and I had to send it to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I was playing the game, so I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I don't know anything but that video I watched. I barely got to see the guy. I've seen the Discord has been lighting up. People have been going crazy in the Discord, but I don't have no clue what's everybody's take on it. We were just talking, me, Murder, and Emperor Collins, as we was playing Arc Raiders. We was like, man, that could maybe be some potential competition for Xbox new console, where they want it to be a PC / console from the rumors anyway, right? And so, yeah, I mean, Steam doing it, right? And Steam being the biggest PC store, right? Yeah, I mean, this is interesting. So, what do you guys got to say about that? I'll look online and see what else. So there's you sent Murder, you sent me a Digital Foundry video, right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. Way early this morning before we started playing. Yeah. But that one video you just showed seems to
Yeah, kind of touched it
sum it
all.
up.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it really gets into it. And what do you guys think? Now, let me ask you this. So let me go to Dodgeman first. Dodgeman, you being a person who has consoles and a Steam Deck and built your own PC, what do you need to know more about this to entice you to get it? Because they clearly said it will do. They said it will do 4K 60.
Well, I mean, only time will really tell when it comes out. I mean, I know the Steam Deck is limited, but I do know it has 16 gigabytes of RAM and it has 8 gigabytes of VRAM also. Mm-hmm. So both of those consoles and the Steam Deck pretty much have the exact same spec with that. But now claiming it can do 60 and 4K,
right?
really not going to know until it comes out. But I mean, I would think since it has its own dedicated VRAM for the GPU, and not like a console where it just shares all the RAM, because you know your PS5 and the Series X and the Series S, they share that whole 16 gigabytes of RAM. But the console has a little edge where it can actually access 14 gigabytes of the RAM, so it's not limited to just 8. So I mean, that's probably the only thing that I could see that may be wrong with it. But I mean, they could surprise you. They could probably tweak it to a way that it may run steady. K6.
That's interesting. Let me jump in the comments. Let's see. So Neos is in the building, and he said, "Bruh, just buy an MetaQuest 3, LOL." I think what they're trying to do is get you to jump in their ecosystem, right? If you already get stuff on Steam, and like, think about it. If they came out with the Steam, well, they are coming out with the Steam machine. Why not get the the Steam, what do they call it thing? Fuse or Steam frame? Because that goes right with this. So think about it. Why get the MetaQuest 3 when you could just get this thing that was made for it, right? That's kind of my thoughts with this, my monitor. Sony ended up making the PS5, and then they made a monitor in mind with the PS5. That's pretty much all whatever PS5 could push, this monitor is made to handle that, right? It just made sense. So I can see that. But obviously you could buy whatever you want. Also, Neos, we were playing, and my buddy Emperor Collins gave me a dog collar on Arc Raiders because I said, "Oh, my buddy could use a dog collar," because we was playing last night. You needed to find one, so I actually have one. So next time we play, I'll give it to you. And then David actually said he got a collar for you as well. So whichever one of us you play the game with next, we're gonna give you a dog collar. All right, now. Simpleton said, "Oh, I didn't know it was wireless, so it's like the Quest, because that's the only VR I mess with. I ain't wiring to a PC." Yeah, they said, and they specified Wi-Fi 6. They wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
They made sure they said Wi-Fi 6. So, because the thing is, he was even talking to Niels about it. When you have a PC or phone, right, whatever, like the driver itself to do Wi-Fi has to be that updated Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi 6 is the thing. I know they have Wi-Fi 6E. I don't know if it's Wi-Fi 7 out yet, but Wi-Fi 6 is like the standard, right? So if you got an older device, a laptop, a computer, whatever, you would want to put the newest Wi-Fi in there. Let me see. Now David said we need good price, which will be $600 and below. I mean, that would be a good price, right?
I agree.
Non-VR games is it. So your Steam library on a big VR screen. Yeah, get this under 600 handy, and I may get one. And Blood is said NGL. I'm interested. Not gonna lie, I'm interested. And Neo said that controller is so ASA, man. And then Murder did say facts. Yeah, the controller, definitely. I was like, ugh. But when you look at some of the other PC controllers, it kind of looks like it. They got those big pads on them and stuff like that. Because I guess they want you to feel like you really have a mouse, you know. So, and if you're left-handed, right-handed, you know. But yeah, I don't know about all that. For me, let me go get some. See if I get some pictures online. Let's have some fun with this thing. So let's do Steam.
I think it's cool. Do you think, Cowboy?
Yeah.
Do you think with Steam dropping this out the blue, that might make Xbox drop the price on their upcoming console?
Well, the thing is, we don't really know what the price is. We never.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying with another competitor coming out pushing Steam, like that's one of the big hitting points with the new Xbox. You're going to be able to play Steam games. Do you think that, if Steam can drop it at a good price point, that'll undercut Xbox's box?
No, it definitely will.
It'll make them shift.
And I think
shift in pricing.
I think also, yeah, it definitely will. I think also because it's coming from Valve themselves, right? So it's like, that's a big deal, right? And Steam,
And themselves a competitor now, like a straight up competitor.
like a straight up. This says Valve believes its new Steam machine could open up a whole new world of Steam OS desktops. Put it on, say, something that's running an RX 9070 XTI or XT, you would be good to go. So yeah, look at that. I don't understand this part though. They said something that's running, put it on, say, well, I don't know what they mean, put it on. Like I think it's supposed to be its own device by itself, right? But I wanted to pull up some pictures of the thing. If this corroborates. Okay, let me go over to this. But Dodge man, what's going on in your head, man?
So the one thing I will say is, I mean, they could cut Xbox's legs out from under. Now I say that only because of how good SteamOS truly is. I mean, it's the exact same console experience I think even you may even appreciate. I mean, it is PC-like, don't get me wrong, but whenever you put up a Steam Deck, I mean, it really doesn't feel like it's a PC. It feels like it's just another game console. That's
Yeah, you know what's cool is you actually said that to me before. You said when you got your Steam Deck, it did feel a little smooth.
You'd be surprised. It's pretty close to a console experience. I think that's what Steam really is aiming for. And if it is better than, I guess, Xbox's new OS or whatever it is they're putting on it, I mean, they may not have a chance. That's kind of how I look at it. I think the easier it is to use, the better. That's exactly how I'm looking at it.
That's where they get me.
I'll give you one more example. So even my ROG Allies, they run Windows 11, but you can also install SteamOS. So I went on and done it, and to my surprise, it runs better. The battery life is better, and it's just easier to use. I mean, it's just boom. Forget Windows. Now I can't say that because it still is on my big rig that I got, but I mean, I think they'll end up being a big hit. I don't think it'll fail. I mean, it's going to be better than the Steam Deck, I think.
Well, Cubini did say they're going to have a cheaper Xbox in 2026. My advice, if I was Xbox, I wouldn't try to do multiple consoles, man. I would just come out with one. But they're going to do whatever they want, regardless. I think they should learn from Series S and X. I don't think that was a good experience, and I think for them it'd probably been better if they just had the more expensive one and just one. But that's what I think. But you know, so Cubini also said he said a OEM device. Cubini, anybody could join too if you're free. You know, I know you might be working, but you know, my wife is saying hi to me. Let me say hi back. I don't know how long ago.
Yeah, I think console, something like this, if they could make it, you know, if they could make it to where I don't have to tinker with things as much. If they have a good price point, you know, keep, like they said, you know, 4, 5, 6, which I doubt it'll be 400, but you know, some, you know, it's like that could be interesting for me, you know, because that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to do the tinker, and I don't want to update stuff. But I think it's inevitable that the Steam machine will have something like that. But I don't know.
I think what would be cool is if they, you know, kind of do what, you know, we think Xbox would do. If they have a way to make it feel like a PC, but feel like a console. So if you could, you know, you don't want to alienate PC players, but if you do want, you know, console gamers to get into it, you want it to really feel pretty close to a, you know, console. And they made it clear. They said, listen, it is a PC. So they made that clear. But man, listen, I just like gaming and stuff. So hey, I already see right now, I see a thing on here says MetaQuest Killer.
Oh, geez.
I see another thing that said fixing old mistakes. So pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
the original Valve console that it said didn't
The original Steam machine, released in
the original Steam
2015.
machine. So man, oh man,
I think it's cool. They weren't, when the original Steam machine came out, I don't think the world or people were really ready for it because
right,
it disappeared really quick. Now with the gaming changing how it is kind of the perfect time to come in and just like they did, shadow drop this thing.
yep,
People have heard, they showed the controller, but that was all they showed. People were making ideas of what it could be. And just today, did you hear about it yesterday, the day before? Nothing. Valve just
no,
came out and just
we trying
dropped
to
that thing.
follow this stuff. No, we didn't hear nothing.
They just dropped it. Like here, we they dropped it on the table. And I don't know. It's gonna get rough for some people. I mean, it'll be for all these consoles. They'll all be fine, of course.
Right.
But it's like that's another hat. People that are relying on Steam. I don't know. Steam kind of undercut a couple things with this one.
Well, let's check this video out. Somebody apparently had the controller in their hands.
New Steam controller, and this is the new Steam machine, and today I'm at Valve's headquarters toying with each. The Steam controller in one sentence. Imagine somebody took a Steam Deck, lopped off the screen, smashed the ends together, and you've got the general idea. It has 2 drift-resistant joysticks, an improved D-pad, 4 circular, customizable back buttons, and gyro controls you can activate just by grabbing the grips.
I like that
It's
clear
even got
controller.
twin touchpads, which are canted roughly 15 degrees because this isn't a Steam Deck. Right from Steam settings, you can customize each to do basically anything else, like 1-button down attacks in Silksong. It's a Bluetooth controller, but it also comes with a low latency 2.4 gigahertz puck that doubles as a charging station. Bring the controller close to the puck, and it magnetically snaps into place. It's all quite a bit different than Valve's original Steam controller, but using it for a few minutes of Cyberpunk 2077, and it feels like a big improvement. What am I playing Cyberpunk on? The Steam Machine, Valve's new living room gaming PC. Valve says it's more than 6 times more powerful than the Steam Deck and has a discrete GPU with roughly Radeon RX 7600 performance. Here's what it looks like inside, including a dedicated antenna for the Steam controller. And check out this LED bar at the front. Valve says you'll be able to personalize it with colors and animations, and it can be a progress bar for downloads. And you can pop off the front of the Steam Machine if you want to personalize it more. Valve even showed us one with an e-ink display, though it won't sell that one. Valve isn't saying how much these will cost, but they'll be released in early 2026. They feel like 2 pieces of gear that I've always wanted. I'll probably be first in line to order them for myself. This is the new Steam controller.
Yeah, early 2026 is like so soon for
I like it. I like it.
That's not far at all.
Yeah. I like when we don't have long waiting times on, especially something like that, just kind of shadow dropped, Like,
Right. Just out of nowhere and be like, hey, in a couple months.
So they've been working on this.
Cubini said, OEM Xbox is 2026. Xbox made Xbox 2027. I'm driving back home now. Gonna be after 4 earlies. Okay, I got you. What is OEM for somebody like me to have no clue what the hell that means?
OEM means for the regular term is a box that's made by another company that's like an OEM, like Asus making an Xbox would be an OEM. If I'm not correct, I mean, I don't know much about it, but I that's the gist of what I got from it.
And Cubini said Phil Spencer congratulated Valve. Seems like a good time for gaming.
Yeah.
Well, everything's an Xbox, so it's gonna be an Xbox. That's the new Xbox. What are you talking about? Bro, let me have a Knight Rider theme for this Steam box thing, and I'm in. That'd actually be cool. You see it go.
You could buy stickers, nice stickers, and put little, like I got on the side of my son's PS5. He has a gold Air Jordan symbol.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's cool. If they can make it, make it to where it's not too complicated to get into, and if they can make it feel like a console, and if you didn't hear, it's not Windows based, it's Linux based. That's a lot easier. I don't know, because I'm not into the Steam Decks and stuff, but I hear Linux is a lot better as far as gaming. But that's why you need Cubini or one of these other guys that know about this, like SCAD.
I know listening to them, they said Linux isn't as popular. I think is what they're saying.
But it's good for gaming. That's what the Steam Deck uses and stuff, and it's kind of seamless.
Oh yeah. Well, look at this.
This is the Steam Frame. It might look like a Black Meta Quest, but it's from Valve, makers of Half-Life, Team Fortress, and Portal, and this engineering prototype is just built different. I brought my own Quest 3 to compare. The wands are larger with a full set of face buttons, triggers, and bumpers because they aren't just for VR. The frame can play Windows games on its ARM chip too, like a Steam Deck for your face. It's smaller, lighter, and more comfortable than the Quest 2, with incredibly plush fabric, well balanced with a battery in the back, though they don't have the color pass-through cameras of the Quest 3, much less the Samsung Galaxy XR's incredible see-through vision. But it might someday, because these suckers are modular. The entire compute and optics package can pop off with these 3 snaps, and beneath the nose, you'll find an expansion port for possible future cameras. I wish I could show you the coolest part, but you'll have to take my word for it. Beneath these pancake lenses is a camera system that tracks my eyes over 80 times per second, so I can stream games directly from a nearby computer or Valve's new Steam machine, almost like I'm plugged right into it. Every frame comes with a 6 GHz dongle to directly connect to a PC, with foveated streaming so the image is sharpest where I'm looking instead of wasting pixels where I'm not. We don't know how much the frame will cost when it arrives early next year, but it's easy for me to imagine it peeling gamers away from Meta. This is the Steam frame.
All right, let me bring in one of the guys that we would love to talk to. Hold up, before I go there next, let me just read the next comments. Let me see. Xbox is the biggest publisher on Steam. True. And my guy, One to Escape, he said, put some clothes on, for goodness sake. What's up, man? It's been a long time, Duncan. Man, I hope you're doing good, man. We were bringing up some old Stadia stuff the other day. We showed, I pulled up the video, one of the videos where you and me, we had our own, our show together. What do we call it? Sun Talk. I don't know, but that was good stuff. But I hope you're doing well, man. And from far over there in the UK or England, I don't know how should I say it, but thanks for popping in. I definitely appreciate it, man. It's been many years. But let's bring in none other than F the Cat.
They announced the new like a Steam PC home console. They just announced.
Oh, you're talking to your wife. Okay, gotcha.
A competitor.
Well, let me introduce FCat in the right way, because he gets his own entrance. Let's go. What's going on, FCat? Are you excited about this or what? Let me know your thoughts, man. Dying to hear your thoughts.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, hang on. About this?
Well, not about the whole Steam, but Steam.
So my thing is, I was there and I remember the first time they did this, and it pretty much failed and flopped in their face. The first time they go around, they tried to do this, and now things are different now, I guess, with SteamOS and Alienware is not making the hardware or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I think back in the day, the time was right for it.
I would go for the Cube. I don't know about the controller. The controller's gonna die with the other one.
Okay. I seen a video. I didn't watch it, but Doc.
There's actually a better controller out there. It's called the Hot Tard Steam controller or something like that.
Did you say the Hot Tua?
Yeah, it has a Steam button in the middle of it.
It's called the Hawk Tua?
No.
Oh man. Listen, Doc, here's a question. Doc has a video and it says he put out 6 minutes ago. It says, is the Valve Steam machine more threatening to Sony or Xbox? It's funny because we didn't even think
It's the horror
PlayStation,
pad, horror
they
pad
bought
Steam,
Xbox.
horror pad Steam controller.
It's more, in my eyes, it would be
Um,
more hard against Xbox because there's more Xbox is more freely
hey,
with their
pull
with
me
their
up,
IPs.
Cowboy.
Yeah, I'll get to that. Hold up. So I don't know if you heard us, FCAT, but Doc put out a video that says, "Is the Valve Steam machine more threatening
Yeah,
to
we'll get
Sony
to that.
or
Pull me
Xbox?"
up right quick. I'm gonna show you a better controller than this one right here.
Okay, we'll circle back.
This one. This is way better
Well, you know what the problem with that controller
Steam
is?
controller.
You know what the problem with that controller?
But
There's no mouse pad. If you was a PC gamer, you'd be like, "Where's the mouse pad?"
they don't need the mouse pad on it.
Now, if you was a PC gamer, I'm pretty sure you
Just
would want to
hook up
have
a
some type of
regular,
feeling
just
of
hook up a
accuracy.
regular keyboard and mouse to it. That's all you do.
Yeah, but then you could do it at the same time with the controller in your hand. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's the
true.
cool thing. If
That's
you're
why
into,
that's why the first time it failed, because they put that stupid trackpad on the controller. That's why it
I think
failed.
the times have changed though. People are used to
yeah,
that now. With the
No,
yeah,
Steam Deck, doesn't the Steam Deck have those trackpads on
yeah,
it?
Steam Deck
well,
does
who
have.
uses that though? Who
Yeah,
uses it?
Steam Deck does have
I
that.
don't
That's
even know because
that's
I've never
another
even seen a
question.
Steam Deck in the wild.
Or
I
a
don't even
No,
know.
game that utilizes
Steam Deck has
like
two of them on there, just like the controller.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like this would be I would get the cube with this controller straight up.
I
there you
think
go.
my thing is, I think if I was a PC person, I would probably want it to ease me in, because I think quickly when you play in PC, right, you got your mouse with you. You could mouse is super accuracy, right? So you got a controller in your hand, and when you got to move and stuff, but mouse could take you right there. So to have the touchpad, whether you're left or right-handed, to go exactly where you want, I think that's a big deal. You give them that
Yeah,
controller, you literally getting rid of a mouse.
think about if they did it right, and you could use those touch mouse pads for like Call of Duty.
I'm pretty sure you will be able to. I
See,
mean,
that'll be a game changer for some.
I'm
Because
pretty sure.
having the functionality of a mouse on a controller like that, that'll be I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be
But
kind of cool.
let me go to the comments, and then I'm gonna get back because I want to ask you guys about that question I had.
Mhm.
So Simpleton said, so the frame has to be connected wirelessly to the actual PC. If that's true, they're losing me. Wait. So the frame has to be no. Wait. So the frame has to be connected wirelessly to an actual. Yeah. So it looks
This
like
is
they
on
did
the
say
PC.
Wi-Fi 6. It will, it'll be connected to the PC. So yeah, if you wanted it to only be a handheld by itself, I mean, a VR by itself without the thing, it sounds like you need it. From what they said in the trailer. Let me see. Call it the GameCube. Ha ha ha.
Gabe.
We're talking about that. The GameCube. Let me see. If it supports Xbox PS5 controllers, I'd get it for my bedroom. LOL. You would. I
The
would like to think you probably could
so
use that.
the thing is like Murder was saying, it's gonna be Steam OS,
Okay.
which you're gonna be kind of limited to get some games now if you don't ignore things like GeForce Now existing.
Okay.
You can download GeForce Now on it and it'll be native and work, and you can play those games. But some people choose not to go that route. But okay.
Murder. This when we do it. Let's go. Let's go. Hey,
I want
FCAT, bro.
I want to be like Cowboy when I grow up.
Hey, FCAT, if you don't got a robe on right now, bro, you gotta go. Just tell me. Just lie to me and tell me you're wearing a robe right now. Just say it. Come on, FCAT. Just say you got to say. Just say you're wearing a robe right now.
What FCAT said, I'm not wearing anything.
Oh man, good stuff. All right, so let me go back to Doc's question. So Doc asks, is the Valve Steam machine more threatening to Sony or Xbox? Instantly when I heard this, I just thought of Xbox. I didn't even think about Sony. Reason why I don't think it's threatening to Sony, because Sony doesn't seem like they're trying to get into that market. Like, yes, they new monitor says it's for PC as well, but that You know what I mean? They never advertised that, hey, they want to dabble into PC. All they ever said was they would put their games later on PC. So I don't even know why that's a question, but because a reason why I think it would be more threatening to Xbox is they plan on coming out with a box that's gonna also be, if the rumors are correct, a PC, right? But Valve pretty much just came out with the same thing, right? That's threatening. That's called competition. That's direct, meaning you are going to come out with this, and like you had a Boston cream donut, and now I got a Boston cream donut. You're like, bro, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who? Now
Yeah.
it's like, what are you going to purchase, right? And they did say it is a PC. So if Xbox thing is also a PC and a console, that's competition, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
one thing they said, this is a PC, but it's going to be ease of use, which nowadays they call that console. Xbox thing is this is going to be a console hybrid PC. It's the same thing. If PlayStation just say, hey, we should come out with another console, then I don't see the threat in that. But
Wouldn't it surprise you though if PlayStation, because they don't talk as much until it's time to go?
Yeah.
Would it surprise people if there happened to be a Steam app on PlayStation?
that would surprise me. I think that would
Right.
surprise me. Because
Yeah.
I'm used to PlayStation being stingy. I'm used to
Right.
PlayStation being like remember, PlayStation got dragged kicking and screaming to do crossplay. They didn't want to do crossplay. Remember one of the developers
Right.
was
I think it was Fortnite that broke them.
yeah, it might. Yeah,
I think it was Fortnite.
Anything could break them, right? But yeah. I mean, so at the end of the day, we know PlayStation. They believe in exclusivity. They believe in you want to be in the ecosystem, you get our stuff. So yeah, are they doing cloud stuff now? Yes. But either way, you still got to buy. It's the PlayStation Portal. Guess what? Still got to buy a Sony device. Even if
Kind of now it's switched. Remember with the cloud, they're saying that you really don't. But I mean, but you still have to pay for that premium subscription. So they still got you in their ecosystem, but
right. So
I think this is more, more hurting to Xbox in a way, because Xbox is already saying, hey, that's kind of like one of their saviors. That's one of their selling points.
Right.
When you hear people mention the next Xbox console, they're really, really high on it being able to play Steam games just to play PlayStation games.
Yeah, like I was saying, like, dude, what I've been saying this whole time, if Xbox could pull it off, it's going to be the first time ever in the history of gaming where you got a console / PC. If they could pull it off, it'd be a big deal. If they could pull it off, and then you just see this, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Steam's dropping their own dedicated.
Now it's like, well, if they could pull it off, you know what I mean? Who's going to pull it off first?
Now I do have to throw this out there.
Right.
There, just like with the Steam Deck, there probably will be a way you can change it to Windows or something else, or like Bazite,
right,
whatever.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like that's standard PC stuff, right? Like that's the whole thing about trend. That's the whole thing about optimization. That's the whole.
You can even get an external GPU thing and make it even better.
Well, that's what my thing was. Remember, I was saying if Xbox finds a way to make a console / PC and you could upgrade it and stuff like that, that would be cool, right? But now it looks like they're like, I mean, think about it. They showed a trailer first. Like Xbox is just rumored, right? I mean, I know Xbox is playing nice nowadays. So, but at the end of the day, I'm sure they got, on the board holders and stock, the people, the shares and all that, they might be like, so before you guys was going to be the only ones doing this. So you told us that, this would be great and it should sell well. And it's going to be a luxury device, meaning it's probably going to be expensive. But now they're doing the same thing. Let me get to the comments, though. So Kibini said, if it supports Xbox PS5 controllers, I'd get it for my bedroom, LOL. And then he said, 20 plus PS games on Steam, more coming. Yes, it's a threat to PS5. I don't think it's a PS5 because those games are already coming to PC, right? Think about it. if you said 20 plus games on Steam, those games are already on Steam, right? It wasn't a threat before because those games are already on Steam. So Steam coming out with their own console, if they're able to play those 20 plus games, they was already able to play those 20 plus games. It's a threat to Xbox because as far as we know, they were the only one in the market doing this. That's what I felt made them special. So,
Oh,
right?
because
So,
the next console is going to be PC hybrid or whatever. PC hybrid console, and because
mhm,
the Steam machine is basically SteamOS, which is console like UI. You
right.
just pick up a controller and like it's easy.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's like backwards. I feel like Xbox was doing because they made consoles. I feel like they was making a console slash hybrid, a console slash PC. I feel like Steam is just making
So
a PC slash console.
right. So now it's going to be the Xbox full screen experience versus Steam OS.
And doesn't Steam have big picture mode?
Yeah, that's basically what Steam OS is. It's
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
there
okay.
should be, right?
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what
yeah,
Steam Deck does when you put it on your TV or your
right.
monitor.
Right.
Simpleton said this good for Microsoft because they're gonna put Windows on every clone that comes out, and they'll make money on the games they publish. More money, more money, more money. I got you. I think the issue, no, and listen, that's their thing. They're putting games everywhere, but I think the issue might be, will the Xbox sell as well, right? So if you only got one thing, and people are in that market, that's the monopoly, right? They're usually gonna buy that one thing. Once you bring competition, that's competition is always going to take some of your money, right? That's just the way it goes. So it makes it not as special. And that's why things are exclusive, right? It's like, okay, why should I buy this versus this? Well, you need this to get
It's
this, right? So
so
if
it's
Xbox,
basically a box like you can
mhm,
put under your TV, right? This is actually a better device than the Xbox ROG Ally X. Straight up. Like you can buy this instead of that and get the same thing. Do
yeah,
the
but
same
the
stuff.
ROG
Like
Ally X is a portable, so you're not going to be walking around with this thing.
yeah, I mean, other than that, but I mean, it's
Well, I mean, other than that, that's a big thing. Like, like
They're
you're
like
it's gonna
comparing.
be more powerful than that.
they said 6 times more faster or more powerful than a Steam Deck.
Yeah,
And the
six
Steam
Right,
times
Deck
more.
is
which is
already highly, you know.
right, and the ROG Ally X is, I think, a little bit better than the Steam Deck.
Mhm.
I
We
think
need
it
to
boils up the price. The
It's
price point
the
is going to
regular
be
ROG
big for this.
Ally is better than Steam Deck.
So Cubini said Xbox will play all the Steam games, so it's backwards. And Seb said more competition is good. Then
Well,
more competition is a good thing, and everyone should welcome it.
no,
And then he said,
I'm
no,
saying, convenient. You can put Windows on this and then do the Xbox full screen experience on it
I see what you're
as
saying.
well.
You being able to do it as well. No,
So the
Steam OS isn't
GPU,
just big picture. He said no, Steam OS isn't just big picture mode. And then
right?
Document said
It's got a desktop
that's
mode
no
too.
challenge. That's no challenge if you ask me. And then Seb said it's more lighter, more gaming optimized operating system without all the bloatware Windows has. That's why
Yeah.
the
Right,
performance boost with the same hardware and something like uh, Basic's Linux.
right.
Yeah.
Um,
And
So like I
Linux is
said,
different.
like I said, this is beyond console wars now. This is steps back into the OS wars, Linux versus Windows. Like we're back into it.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Steam Machine is more of a Trojan horse for Linux gaming to challenge Windows rather than Steam trying to take over living room gaming against the console. Really, that's what Seb said. And then Simpleton said, "I saw a dude playing Xbox in the subway. You can make anything portable if you're motivated." Damn.
Right,
Um,
and the portal just made it to where you don't need a PlayStation 5 to access some of your games. Like
right. Gabe said, Severin says Gabe Newell is a notorious hater of Windows. And then I don't even know who he is. And then Cubini said, but the Xbox, you get the Steam controller. He said for free. It does both, so why get the Steam box that just get the Hibis?
What?
Then,
No, because the Steam box is going to be way cheaper than the next Xbox console.
Yeah, yeah. The
Gabe
price point is
It'll
going
be
to be
way
big.
cheaper. It'll be less more powerful. I'm assuming the Magnus will probably be more
well, I
powerful.
think that's the thing. If you could, so if Xbox could do the same thing but be more
I would
powerful,
imagine the
that's
Magnus
still something to do, you know.
So I imagine the Magnus be like the Asus Rock, mini PC
Well, let me
thing.
bring Dodgeman back in the building. Severin says Gabe used to work at Microsoft on Windows 2. That's ironic part. Why people can't have different jobs. I think that's ironic when people would be like, and Jade Raymond used to be with Google Stadia, and then Jade Raymond was with PlayStation, and then Jade Raymond is like, that's a job. You know, I don't think it's ironic that somebody got a different job. Especially it's in the same industry.
Gabe Newell, I think Cowboy is the owner of Steam or Valve. That's why.
Yeah.
Gabe Newell.
If he dies, like
Cube.
dread the day he dies, guys, because Steam there's no question where it's gonna go.
Yeah, he's old too.
Cubini said again, buy 1 versus 2. Nesev said Anthony Gabe Newell is the guy who owns Valve and Steam. Since you didn't know, yeah, Murder just told me, but you might have said it before that. Let me bring on somebody who is a console enthusiast and PC enthusiast, so he should have a good bit to say about this. Is none other than Jersey's finest, Chill Gaming. Jers, what is your thoughts?
I hope that Microsoft. I hope Microsoft is sending Cubini at least some free Game Pass cards, because boy, he just won't let it go. It's ridiculous.
I'm
But
wondering
anyway,
how Cowboys gonna fight this PC versus console war now.
I don't really care, man. I'm just here. I like to socialize and compete with you guys. So whatever you guys like to talk about, let's talk about it. If I don't really know much about it and I don't care, I'll be kind of quiet. But if you guys get enjoyment out of it, have at it. But let's hear what Jer's got to say. What's going on, Jer's? What's your thoughts on this Steam? What's it called? Steam box? No, Steam. Whatever. Steam machine.
Steam machine.
Yeah, Steam machine.
I think it's all right. It's cool. It's another option, right? Everybody likes options.
Yep.
Right? So I seen what FK. I think it was FK who posted it. I'm like, really? They're doing this again? Probably. So from Alienware years ago. So I would say, how much is it? Do we know?
Right.
No.
If it's in the 500-600 range, very doable. You know what I mean? Very, user friendly there. But especially with your pockets. But it's not really. I don't know who said it. I was hearing it. Cowboy saying, which one is it? Towards Sony.
Oh, Doc. Yeah, Doc asked the question: who does it threaten more, Sony or Microsoft?
None of them. It's just another way to access games somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From another device. The ROG Ally does it. PlayStation, the Xbox does it. PC does it. Nintendo does it. It's just the way of accessing games. It's not really, nobody's in trouble. They're not comparing. It's just, here's a box. Here's some games. You want to buy it or not?
So let me give you a little pushback. The reason why I disagree with that is I think as far as we know, Xbox was going to be the first to have if the rumors are true, right? Again, Xbox was going to be the first to have a console / PC hybrid, right? So to be the only ones in the market doing that is kind of like, okay, cool. We get you could purchase that device. We'll be able to do both, right? But I think if now you have better competition, which we'll call, if you have Steam having a PC / console.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I don't like that terminology with console hybrid PC, right? Because here's the thing: if you can upgrade any part in that, then I'll agree with you, or anybody. But you can't. I know we can't do that with that next Xbox. We're not gonna be able to upgrade any part in that. Maybe what?
As far as we know,
RAM, maybe.
As far as
we know, but I'll say this. Here's my thing. I think what's cool, and you're fine to have your opinion, but I think that's how you're measuring. Like if I ask you PC, FCAT, hold on, bro. If I ask you, Jersey, what's your definition of PC? your chances are you'll say something that's upgradable, right?
Personal
So,
computer.
so for you, that's a big thing that makes a PC, right? Somebody might say a PC is something that would play PC games, right? It might have Steam on it. Somebody might say a PC is something that you're able to have a web browser and what blah blah blah, right? So I can't knock your definition, but when I think of a
Right.
PC, I do think of
So
something like Steam and those games that I wouldn't be ever playing on, or something like a Tinker It, or an upgradable could definitely be part of it, right? Because you can't do that on console. But I think
I just wanted to throw this out there
go ahead.
that this thing, all you can upgrade is the memory or something like that.
Right. The thing is, we don't know yet, but we're just speculating. I'm just saying that.
I'm saying with the Steam machine, all you can
Right.
upgrade is
I hear you. I'm just saying that if these things are similar, right? I'll say that if they are similar and they're called hybrids, right? Call it a hybrid. If they're similar hybrid, because in some sense it is doing stuff consoles don't do. So if it's doing something consoles don't do, what is it doing that consoles don't do? It's doing something that PC do. So therefore it's a console PC hybrid. Like you can't if consoles aren't doing it, then where are you getting that half that's doing it? And if it's not a console, then if you put in the name hybrid, then what is the hybrid, right? So I'm just saying that if Xbox isn't the only one giving us this type of device, then those sales that's not going to Xbox, that is considered competition. It's like Nike and Reeboks are both sneakers, but you might say, well, for whatever reason, you like Reeboks more than Nike. So that dollar would have went to Nike, but now it's going to Reeboks. That's a competition. That's what I'm saying.
So the thing is, Jersey, did you look at the GPU for this thing?
No, that's what I'm saying. I was going to ask that actually.
It's a RDNA 3, which is basically the same RDNA being used in like current consoles now.
Oh, I thought it was RDNA 1.5 to 2 for console.
No, yeah,
It says on the thing it's RDNA
3. But it's a Gen 4.
Okay.
Or Gen 6 or something.
And a specially crafted chip.
Like real quick, I'm not saying that
it's a weak
Xbox
CPU.
is going to be trash or then the Steam thing's going to be. No, what I'm saying is we have to be very careful because how long is this Xbox hybrid going to be out? How long is this Steam box going to be out before they upgrade it? Like 2 years, 3 years? That's kind of crazy. Spending all that money, might as well just get a PC and upgrade it. What I'm saying is like the consoles, right? We can't upgrade nothing in these consoles like internally besides storage. It's a dangerous pond to step in because it's like it sounds great on paper and visually, right? You're like, oh, I can access this and I can do this. That's awesome. I love it. But it's like they need to make a console that's powerful enough to last 6-7 years down the line. If you can't upgrade it, anything. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Get bigger.
That's true.
That's
true.
I'm just saying, like, buy it if you want it. I'm probably going to, if I like this next Xbox hybrid and I just want to play on a console versus PC, I don't think I need it because I have a PC. I'll be real with you. But if it's really intriguing, I'm like, that is absolutely amazing what they're doing.
So yeah, I love what you said because what I've been saying is a lot of people are quick to knock the new Xbox. I'm like, but dude, the new Xbox might bring something the world doesn't have. So if it could do a console slash, if it could make PC players feel like, oh, I could do something I can't do on console, like maybe you could mod on it, but have more of a console feeling, right? So my question was, I could see console players wanting this thing, right? Maybe you fall for the power narrative like Doc did. You'd be like, oh man, it's gonna be powerful. But what is it gonna make? What's gonna entice a PC person to want this thing? So that's the thing,
Nothing at all. They're not gonna want it. It's not for them. It's actually like you said, it's for the console guys. Like you, Cowboy. Instead of buying a PC, right? You're spending $3,000, right? Hey, I'm gonna buy this for like $700. Like, you know what I mean? It's a console version of a PC. I friggin' love it. It's friggin' does what it needs to do, right? For $700. Just like the Pro, it does what it does for $700, whether you like it or not. I just got it yesterday. It's friggin' phenomenal.
Oh, Jared, welcome to the PS5 Pro gang.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome. Hey, Jared, hold up. Finally, we welcome you to the PS5, right? But hold up, give it up to Jared.
Hey. Jared said he don't need it, but remember at the beginning he was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna get it. I'm good. I'm good right now."
This thing is very much, you can plug it underneath your TV with your TV. Just you don't have to worry about updating drivers because it does it by itself, kind of thing.
Awesome. Awesome.
See,
like
now they're speaking to me.
Download a game, pick a game with the controller, and just
that is
start
so
playing.
dope. I like
That
that.
may be something you
Right.
may need,
It's
Cowboy.
SteamOS. On SteamOS,
Yeah.
if you change the Windows, that's a whole nother beast. But
Yeah.
What were you saying,
Wait.
Joshua?
So what? Wait, hold on. So what operating system are we talking about?
Linux.
this
Linux.
is
Okay.
SteamOS.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can you change
So
the
you
Windows?
can't play Battlefield, you can't play Destiny, you can't play new Call of Duty.
Why not?
And wait, why? Yeah, why
Why
not?
not?
Because it doesn't.
Because that's
So
the
Destiny,
downside of
you get
Steam.
banned in Destiny for playing on
Linux?
Linux. Yes, you get
That kinda
banned.
sucks.
The dual boot. What I mean, safe boot or whatever. You need to have safe boot or something for Battlefield, for Call of Duty.
No, I'll just play on my console then. I'll use it
Yeah.
specifically for playing things on Steam if I even like that.
So there's limitations to SteamOS.
But I would be shocked if they made this, because remember, it's supposed to be give you a console feeling. I'll be shocked if they make this and you can't play Call of Duty on it. That would be kind of crazy.
The only way you can it would be through GeForce now.
Yeah, I'm willing to. I mean, I don't know, but I would be shocked if
They're
they
not native.
did this and say, "Hey, but you can't
If
play."
you install Windows, put Windows on it, yeah, you'll play Call of Duty.
Jared, see the VR that they got on the Steam that you
Man, I
comes
don't
with it?
know. I mean, by the time this thing comes out, I mean, there could be some update or some way they actually bypass it in order for it to play Call of Duty. I mean, I wouldn't just rule that out yet, because if that was to happen, I would say that'd be a big old victory. I mean, that's pretty much all SteamOS is missing. I mean, besides playing Call of Duty and all that, I mean, I'll put it this way. I pretty much put SteamOS on both of my ROG allies, and it's less hassle. I'll just keep it that way. That's just my opinion.
It's to me, it's not a big deal if you can't play certain games. I mean, it sucks, right? Let's be real, it sucks. But is it really groundbreaking where it's like gonna really damage your day? Not really.
Well, you know what, Drew? I think if you also familiar with that, so I don't play on PC, but if you're already familiar with you can't play, from what he's saying, you can't. If you already know, like, oh, if I have this and I can't play Call of Duty, then I guess you already know that, right? So now maybe somebody that's a console player don't know that, and they get this thing like, oh,
they got it for that.
I'm gonna be able to play Call of Duty, and because they said it's gonna do 4K 60, like out the box, 4K 60.
It said every Steam game 4K 60,
right?
At least.
But now you get this and be like, I can't play Call of Duty. That'd be a big deal. What'd you say?
They said it was equivalent to a 5070 or something like that.
But yeah, I didn't see that. Well, they didn't say it in the commercial.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds okay. I mean, that's damn. Okay.
Yeah, 16 gigabytes of whatever, 8 gigabytes of something else.
So I would say this, Cowboy. Besides that, you don't play Battlefield like that. You don't play Call of Duty. Would this be for you down the road? I mean, as a console guy.
No, not at all.
No,
this doesn't cater to me at all. First of all, you know what stops me already? The fact that FCAT would have to explain to me certain games I can't play. I'm like, why would I even buy this thing?
I mean, no. I'm saying, like, if you don't play them already, it's not a big deal. You know,
no, because so you know what you like to say all the time, Jers? Why limit yourself? Bro,
it's not really limiting yourself. You don't do it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. But listen, hear me out.
I mean, go ahead, buy it and slap Windows on it. I don't care.
Think about it, though, right? I didn't even know that was a thing, right? So imagine you say you don't play the game anyway. Well, what if there is a game I play that I don't know I can't play on Linux or whatever the hell it is? That would be crazy.
Well, I would
I wouldn't.
Well, I would definitely. I mean, I definitely agree with you on that. I can see that. What I'm saying is, like, I say, let's wait and see what we can and can't do on this thing.
Right. I think you know what it is.
It's really intriguing to get you guys as console guys in Steam. That's great.
We already know.
I'll say this.
MOS on our ROG allies.
Well,
I'd say wait for the price tag, and if it ain't that bad, I think I may pick it up just to review it.
I come from a different angle, right? I've always been a console guy. The one time I stepped out of myself, and I went all in on Stadia. Bro, I went all in on cloud when it was done and over. Cool, I gave it a shot. Google's one of the most rich companies in the world. Google couldn't pull it off. I was like, you know what? I backed off, got myself a PlayStation 5, got a PS5 Pro, and I'm just with consoles. I wouldn't even now after that. I mean, I already never wanted to play on PC. I don't want to tinker. I don't want to know that I couldn't play Call of Duty on Steam or I don't know, whatever it is, right? So I don't like why if it's not broken, don't fix it. And so it's like, yeah, for me, this wouldn't entice me because it's half of a PC. The one thing I'll probably now if you say you can only play games on PC, then I'm all in, right? But if long as they give me an option to have a console experience, then that's what I'm always going to choose.
You know what? I just think that because it doesn't have a GameFly, I think that's why you don't want the console.
No, I mean we didn't talk about that yet. I mean, I guess it doesn't, but you know,
Steam is only digital. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's out. He's out.
He's out, bro.
Yeah, I mean, now you added that, then you still lost me there too.
But look, I'm not even gonna lie. That controller, I'm not feeling that controller. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna die with the other one.
It
looks
weird.
Die with the other one.
What is that about?
Use the Steam Deck with it, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. They was able to pretty much make a Steam Deck into a controller.
The one I was showing earlier was better.
I think the thing you were showing might have been better for you, but I think if you're a PC guy, you kind of want something to feel like a mouse. So those pads are supposed to give you a mouse feeling. And what you showed has no mouse pad at all. So
it just had the Steam button. That's it.
Yeah.
It boils down to price point. Price point is going to be really big. If they can undercut that, and they said coming early 2026.
Yeah,
that could be within the next 4 to 6 months.
Right.
You know, like
they're going to have to price this around the same range as most mini PCs. Because that's basically what it is.
Let me ask you guys this though. So we don't know much about the new Xbox, right? We don't know. Oh, go ahead, Jers.
No, I'm sorry, dude. I was just gonna say they can't do that to many PCs. Why can't they do that? You ask, right? Why? How come? Because you can upgrade anything. That's why it's a dangerous rhythm to do that. Like, okay, so if it's like a mini PC is $1,200, would you buy that for $1,200? No, that's crazy. Because it's not towards PC people; it's towards console people to get into PC gaming.
Isn't the rumored price for the new Xbox going to be the rumors up to $1,200?
That's insane, but I doubt it. It's probably going to be $800.
Here's my question for you guys. So knowing that there's potentially coming out with an Xbox, like they made it clear they are coming out with it. We don't know the date, blah, blah, blah. If this came out within 6 months, would there be people that say, well, why I'm not going to get this yet because I'm waiting to see what Xbox is going to do? I think that's still a real thing too, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's right. But I mean, for like, say, a lot of the Steam Deck owners, I mean, that'd probably be something that they pick up. I mean, if they enjoy the Steam Deck, most likely, I think they pick it up.
Right.
If you're a console person picking this up, like it's the same thing with the Xbox Rock. Like console person going on Xbox Rock, like you got to know what you're getting into.
Yes.
I think if I was going to get one of these things, I would more want to get the Xbox because I kind of know what an Xbox is. I kind of know that they're, hopefully they'll make it similar to a console because they made consoles. So I feel like maybe the Xbox I could trust. Hopefully they don't dip too far into PC. Hopefully I could play Call of Duty on the next Xbox, right? I would pretty much feel I can, versus if you tell me I get this and I can't play certain games. So for me, I would be like, if I wanted to dabble into a PC a little bit, I'm waiting for Xbox to see what they're going to do. I definitely want to get this for me. But that's coming from a only person.
Because I don't plan on getting the next Xbox. I'll just keep a PS5 and a Steam box and have everything.
You know how cool it'd be to play with Trey or anybody here on Steam? That'll be great.
Right. Heck yeah. If there's something I like to play over there, like all those games, I'll definitely be on it. If it comes with a good price point, $600-$700.
Yeah, I think my main thing with PC, and don't want anybody to get upset by this, but I've been saying this recently, is when I think of devices, gaming, games come first, right? You got 3,000 frames, cool. You could mod and put Star Wars characters in Starfield, that's great. But you got to show me games. So in order for me to do something, you have to have a reason, right? I just don't do something for nothing. So if you got this thing, you would have to be like, you can't play this game on a PlayStation 5, right? And then I'd be like, okay, that games looks so great, I want to get this. But if they're gonna just have the same games that I could play on a PlayStation, and you might say, but I could do 300 frames, that's cool, but that's not gonna get me. So that would be my reason not to get this or the Xbox, because you got to give me something I can't already access, right? Now, once you give me something I can't get now, then that's a reason to get something new. Look at my man Doc on here. But let me do this. Let me get into these comments, because some people. So Cubini said, "How do y'all not know Gabe?" I think it's easy for how I didn't know Gabe, but hell, I didn't know who Phil Spencer was until I started doing YouTube. But Sev said, "Well, it's more problematic for Microsoft with Windows versus PlayStation, since Gabe really wants the Windows monopoly buried." Again, he said, with the last machine, the goal isn't to kill consoles. And then Cubini said, if you're buying the Xbox hybrid, why get the Steam console? It comes with the next Xbox. No need for both. It's a good point. Sev said his goal, he said, was to kill Windows OS and its monopoly on the PC gaming OS market. He's never been shy about claiming that. Okay, making it clear that's his end game. All right, well, this is getting out of my realm right here, but because
he's
some
not going to get them off default computers that you buy off from the store.
Sev said, because some people just don't care about Xbox. Cubini, Steam has free online multiplayer and better sales too. If you use Game Pass, that's one thing, but not everyone does. Then Cubini says Zen 6 versus Zen 4, not similar. And then he said, I agree with Cowboy. The new Steam machine is a direct competitor to the new Xbox Magnus, which makes it a threat because it's another option for the consumers to choose from. And then Simpleton said a PC is a machine that does more than one thing, like gaming, web browsing, office apps, etc. It's a personal computer. Upgrading is just a byproduct. They sell non-upgradable PCs. Jared, you want to jump on that one? Because that's more directed to your comment about the upgrading.
I can't, because I looked at his name. I just can't answer that, bro. It's too crazy, dude.
Fair enough.
Go in the back of the room and go stare at a wall, dog. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. I didn't know they made non-upgradable PCs.
They don't, Cowboy.
Oh,
they don't. Every
don't?
PC's upgradable. I don't. Stop it.
Oh, some laptops aren't upgradable, right?
That's not a PC. It's a laptop.
Oh, okay.
It's a mobile PC device. There's a difference. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just saying.
So you could do something you can't do on consoles, with it being it has no generations, your whole library on it as soon as you get it, and everything going forward. Free online multiplayer 2 sales. That's what Seb said. And then he said Linux supports isn't a huge thing on PC yet, but it's growing. And then he said Steam has a way of getting past most Windows hard locks. It's called Portion, and it's a Windows translation. Man, we've been talking about so much more PC on this channel. It's kind of crazy. 7700XT, from what I heard. That's what Seb said. And Simpleton said everyone says 4K 60, and then, oh, it's up to the game devs. Well, that is true.
Yeah.
It's upscale. Hey, PlayStation 5 says 8K on the box. So, you know, it's upscale, not native. And then the price will play a big part on my purchase, is what Blood said. Doc is in the building. Doc said, Cowboy, this thing can use the Stadia controller. Come on, Cowboy. Let's get it. And then, hey, I got
he's sold now.
Here. What's up, Doc? How's it going, man? I read the question for your video to everybody. The whole what threatens who should be threatened more, PlayStation or Xbox? He said it can't be more than $300. Damn, I think like 300 is pretty cheap. 8 gigabytes of RAM is rough, especially for 4K. He said $300 all in is what Blood said. And then Seb said those pads are for games with no controller support, because not all games have it, especially if if it is a game with a console version. So yeah, I mean that is a thing too.
If Valve's making a console that go underneath your TV, they need more games that support complete control support.
Mm-hmm. But I think too, right? If you're pulling in PC gamers, you don't want to alienate people, right? If you use the term
If you're gonna
hybrid,
play a mouse and keyboard game, you're gonna use a regular mouse and keyboard, like straight up.
okay.
You're not gonna use any kind of other thing to play it like that. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I'm just letting you know
Because you're
this
not gonna
thing is
be able
not for.
to.
Listen. This thing is not for PC players. You keep forgetting that. Like,
Right.
these are for console players, dude. And I get
Mhm.
what Severin said, and I knew what it was about. And I'm just saying, I knew what it was. I'm just saying the design of it looks kind of bulky.
Right.
That makes sense.
So a
No, yeah, I agree.
person's gonna play a mouse and keyboard game with the trackpad. Okay.
So if Cowboy gets it, let's just say Cowboy gets it. You think
Okay.
Cowboy will play mouse and keyboard?
Hell,
It's not aimed towards
No,
PC
not
players.
at all.
It's for
Yeah.
console players.
But I think the fact that they left those touchpads on there is they wanted it to be simple. Think about it.
PC gamers even
Steam Deck,
use trackpad.
well, the Steam Deck itself has those on there to simulate
Yeah.
a mouse, right? That's the reason why they're on there. So they just, obviously throw them on the controller as well. It makes sense.
So
Just to this.
we're having the same debate they did
Okay.
when the first time they did this.
Mhm.
This is
What
the
was that
same
anyway?
exact debate. Like, why
What was that?
did
What
they
was that
put
anyway?
the mouse trackpad thingy on the controller? Like, that was the same thing people were complaining about, and that
Mhm.
thing failed.
Let me just finish the comments. Chariot Man Gaming is in the building. What's going on, CMG?
I'm gonna have to get out of here, Cowboy, but it's good talking with y'all.
Definitely, man. Thanks for
All
coming
right,
on.
Dodgeman.
Hope you have a good rest of your day. Seb said also for people who want compatibility, just install Windows on it because. And then Simpleton said a lot of all-in-one PCs are non-upgradable. And then Seb said $300. Yeah, I highly doubt it will be 700 or less. And then he said part of being Steam verified is controller support. And then Doc said, I agree with Jers. They are targeting console players. And then Seb said, I don't know if I agree Valve hardware isn't for PC gamers. They might hope to entice some console gamers, sure, but console gamers aren't paying attention to Valve, a PC gaming company. And then that just doesn't make sense to me. And then the last thing man said, well, I guess, let me just read this last part. He said, well, I guess it is all, I guess, talk about handheld gaming. Go ahead, Jers.
But dude, I know it's not gonna be more expensive than a PC. At least like high to mid to high, like around like $1,200 to $2,000, right?
Right.
But I just think that this console version of Steam, whatever the hell you want to call it, is mainly for console players to get into Steam. Because if you already have a PC, you're already in Steam.
I agree.
I'm gonna ask some of my friends who have a PC. I'm like, listen, I see this thing. What do you guys think? It's all right. It's cool. Would you buy it? No. Why? I already have a PC. I don't need it.
Question.
You know what I mean?
Question. Why are we calling a console? To call this a console, you have to call the Xbox LIX a console.
I don't care what anybody. It's a console because you can't upgrade no damn parts in it. It's a console. If you can't upgrade no parts in it, it's a console. Plain and simple. I don't care who don't like that comment. It's a console. Like that. That is a console. I don't care what anybody says. It's a console. It's on the box.
You can upgrade the
argue with him, Cowboy. You're gonna tell us how it is not a console.
I wanted, I was gonna tell Jersey the other day. I be tagging him sometimes where he be ignoring it. Jersey, if you want, you like using the word and the term debate a lot, but
so the portals.
I'm that guy for you.
You can't upgrade nothing on that.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I think it's semantics at this point. I think.
Let me ask you guys a question: is Nintendo Switch a console?
No.
Yes.
What do you mean, no?
Well, yeah, I definitely would say the Switch.
It becomes a console.
Yeah, the Switch is a handheld console.
So it's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid console. It's the words in there. It's still a console. You can call it a hybrid. You can call it a PC. It's still a console.
It's definitely a console. I think the thing what happens with this, remember when Steam Deck came out? Did you remember anyone calling it a console? Just let me know. Nobody. Zero. What happened over the years went by? The marketing changed, because they want to pull more people in. I think the thing is, you guys leave out marketing. Marketing is a big thing. Marketing means a trailer that comes out for a movie to get you to go to the movies, right? You say things to your girlfriend when you first meet her, like, I'm putting you in, I'm going to open the door for you so you get in the car. I'm going to buy you popcorn. I'm buying you flowers. My wife said the other day, how can you buy me flowers? Like, because it's a waste of money, right? But in the beginning, not that I did this, but that would be my marketing, right? I'm trying to sell you something, right? It's an illusion. The marketing now, again, if the Steam Deck first came out and the world said, oh, this is a console, that never happened, right? They acknowledged it as it does more PC-like stuff. Now, here's the new thing. The new marketing is ease of use is a console. That's what FCAT was laughing about, right? He was like, that's what they're saying now. As long as something is ease of use, because console is ease of use to get into gaming, that's a console. But that's not a console. Sure, the marketing might say it. Listen, alcohol used to be illegal. Eventually they said, hey, let's make money on it, make it not illegal, right? Can it still mess you up? The reason why they made it illegal before? Yes. But now the marketing is we can make money off of it, so we're going to say it's not illegal, right? But it still damaged you the way it was, which made them say it was illegal. So this thing, these handheld PCs, they do the PC things that consoles don't do, which is why they was called PCs. But now they want to market it to more players. So you want to say it's a console because, like, when they first called handheld PCs, console players like, I don't want that. Unless you was into PC, you was like, oh, this would be cool. The PC people were so excited that they could play their PC games on the go. Remember, the biggest arguments in our whole community was like, PC people was like, we want our frames to be super high. We don't care about 720, blah, blah, blah. Then they came out with a handheld PC and people was like, oh, I thought you was a PC guy. Why you got a handheld PC? I thought you cared more about frames, this and that. It was marketed. It was a handheld PC. Years go by, dude, how do we get more people to play? We're going to now start saying it's a console. So console peoples could feel like they should get into using this device that's more of a PC. Now, I'm not going to argue that it's not a handheld, right? You can have a console that's typically something you hook up to a TV and now monitors, right? You can have a handheld, which is something you could walk around with. Newsflash, Nintendo Switch wasn't the first person to do this. The Sega Nomad was like 30 years ago. That was the first ever handheld console hybrid, right? So years later, Switch decided to do it. Cool. Great, right? It marketed to the people who want to be able to walk around and play the games. That's the quality of what you would get that you would plug up to a TV. So now PC does it to be able to give you PC type games on the go. But I still don't think, because the marketing changed over a couple years, that you can find a box that says console. Still don't think that means a console. But that's just me. That's my logic. Anybody disagree? That's on yeah. But
we've had this disagreement before. When you bring it in, when you're not, nobody actually sees anybody walking around with a handheld. When's the last time you've seen somebody walking down the street just playing a Steam Deck or I in my life I don't. But once you get it home and you put it on that dock and you Bluetooth that controller to it, whether it be a TV or a monitor, my eyes.
Right.
So it could be a handheld with console elements.
So then once you're able to mod things, once you're able to go on Steam stores, once you're able to go on GOG or all this stuff, I would ask you, like, can your console do that? There's so many things those things could do that consoles can't. So we could put them side by side on both TVs. We get the same TV, you hook up your PlayStation. On one TV, you hook up a Steam Deck. And then you just be like, okay, turn your game on, Murder, Arc Raiders, right? And then you turn on Arc Raiders in this thing. And then the updating and the down, like all the stuff you would do, we would sit side by side and be like, hey, your PlayStation can't do none of that. Your PlayStation don't do none of that. No. Your PlayStation doesn't have to do none of that. You'd be like, no. I'm like, well, how is this? So why your PlayStation can't do that? Because you said once they're hooked up to a TV, they're both consoles. It will be so much that
we're talking about features then, though.
No, we're not.
So Cowboy, this is isn't for the console player. This is for the person who already has a Steam library, who likes consoles.
I mean, it might be. I'm not going to argue who it's for because I'm not the developer. I don't make it. They will have to tell you who they're marketing it for. For me, I feel like if you're that's why my question was, if you already have a PC, what's the point of getting this?
Thank you. I don't get it. That's a crazy idea. Why
Yeah,
is this marketed? I get the Steam Deck, right? I get the Steam Deck to play like me with the Portal. I can stop or leave the PS5 and go lay on the couch and play on the Portal. Same thing with the Steam. I get that aspect. But this thing is for marketing for console players. If, like you said, Cowboy, I'm glad you said it. If they market it correctly, like really mainstream market it, console players might jump on this. They're like, wait a minute, I don't need to buy a freaking PC. I don't need to update anything. I don't need to upgrade.
So
I'm there.
People like me.
I'm glad you said that, because we had a stream and I said, listen, if they market it, and like, again, not to mess with Doc, but Doc literally said I was always a PlayStation guy. I only got an Xbox because they market it as the most powerful console. I said, if they market it in the right way that says, now you could get a console experience with the power of a PC. If they do that right, some console people might jump. My thing is, I don't know what would, again, I don't have a PC. I don't play on PC, but I feel like if I was a PC player, like Jers was saying, so I get getting a Steam Deck because you could do something you can't do with your PC. You can't walk around with your PC, right? Even a laptop isn't going to give you the same feeling as walking around with a handheld. But you're going to be able to do more with an actual PC than you can do with this thing. Now, maybe if they market it to some people and say it's cheaper than getting a PC, if they could market it that way, and if you were just on the fence of buying, like I know TPG, he was literally just telling us yesterday, dude, I think I want to get a PC now. Matter of fact, George, you were talking to him in the chat. He was talking about getting a PC. If they can market it as it is a PC, because they actually did say on the commercial it's a PC, but they can market it and say it's a PC but cheaper, but you still get the great power. Again, they said 4K 60. A lot of people just say all I need is 1440p 60. I don't know. So maybe that's how you get somebody who was gonna buy a PC, who never had a PC. I don't know.
It's interesting to me. I'm a console gamer, but if I did want to play Steam, I don't want to have to buy a whole computer. If they can do it right without all the tinkering, it's good not having Windows, because even people that have the ROG Ally are saying, man, these updates and this installing time and all this shit is a problem. And they're coming out with a console that's supposed to do the same thing. They better have, it's going to be the first of its kind. And people better, when it comes out, they better hope that it works the right way. Because some people ain't going to sit through the bullshit.
Out. I'll be right back. All right. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, brother. You know, they better get it right when they do that hybrid, because there's issues that come along with it.
I imagine you can slap Windows on it.
Well, I think, but even for Murder, think about it. For you to just tell Murder, I believe you can slap Windows on it, he's probably gonna be like, how the hell do I do that? Like what? So you're gonna have to explain to somebody you can't play certain games. Think about it. It's still, you can't play certain games, but you can if you do Windows. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, hold up. If I buy something out the box, a console, it either can play on it's either for the console or it's not, because it's exclusive to something else. But imagine getting a device where you have to explain to somebody, you can play it, but you can't play it. Well, you can't play it, but you can play it. I'm like, wait, what does that mean? I don't get it, because it's either on the console or it's not. But you're like, well, you can't play, which you have to explain to me why you can't play Call of Duty on that thing. But if you get Windows on it, you can. That alone, instantly, I'm like, dude, that's not a console experience. That's not like what? Right. Yeah, you couldn't get me. All right, let me jump into the comments. So let's go to Seb. Seb said, I don't know if I agree with Valve isn't for PC gamers. They might hope to entice some console gamers, sure. But console gamers aren't paying attention. Oh, yeah, we did read that. Just doesn't make sense. CMG got in the building. And then Seb said, most of the people I know who bought a Steam Deck are PC gamers with very few expectations.
Yeah, but just like the Steam Deck, this is going to be limited to what the Steam Deck can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like GeForce Now, xCloud, they have to do Steam Link for a lot of stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm. He said, it is a hybrid console. It does more than traditional consoles. Let me see. Cherry said, yes, the Steam Deck was meant, unlike the Nintendo Switch, was made to take PC gamers on the go. And then, exactly, but we forget that because we call it a console. Yeah, but Sega didn't connected like a Nintendo did, Sega Nomad needs to be plugged in. What do you mean Sega Nomad needs to be plugged in? Sega Nomad is a portable. I owned one, so I don't know if you did. Sega Nomad is literally the same thing Switch did. It was a portable Sega Genesis that you could literally take your Sega Genesis games out and put it in and walk around the house, walk outside. Remember, you didn't need internet back then, and play it anywhere. Then you could come home and literally plug it into your TV and play it on TV. As far as I know, that's Switch does the same thing. That's the exact same device. Sega Nomad doesn't need to be plugged in. Yeah, he's trying to correct them. There's plenty of people who have handheld PCs outside. I have seen it myself. You may have not seen it. It doesn't mean. Yeah, I mean, I do agree with him.
That's facts. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I said just me. I've never seen anybody just sitting outside in the wild at the bus stop, playing a Steam Deck. I mean, that's not saying it's not happening, but I just haven't seen it.
Right. Yeah. Doesn't mean
I have
let me catch up with these real quick. Maker Chaos said, honestly, this might be a nice box for under my TV. And then Doc Dark is said, if this thing doesn't play Call of Duty, it don't see it doing well with console players. Exactly, bro. Imagine you know now Jers, I get Jers like, well, you don't play it anyway. Here's the crazy thing: literally the next game I'm getting from GameFly is Call of Duty, right? So whether I say I'm gonna rent Call of Duty or not, still in all, I want to check it out, right? So if there's no way to play it at all, that would be kind of, if they have no option at all to play Call of Duty is kind of crazy to me, right?
There are gamers, Cowboy. I know. Hey, this coming from a player that loves Call of Duty with all his heart. Not everybody plays Call of Duty. Just saying.
No, I get that, but
you can't play 7.
Hear me out.
Black Ops 7.
Hear me out. Call of Duty is one of the best-selling games every year, right? Just for you telling me, again, just by you stumbling to explain this, right? That could have never came up. Imagine me buy something, and now think about this. If I can't play Call of Duty, what other games can I play? Just let that sink in. Yeah, I might not care about Call of Duty, but if I can't play a game as popular as Call of Duty,
anything with a kernel level anti-cheat.
So imagine if you buy this thing and you want your favorite game, and you're like, no, you can't play that on there. That's wild to me in a console experience, unless it's exclusive. Pretty much, again, remember that's what the whole point with PlayStation. I feel like if a trailer comes out, I'll repeat it, but some people who's watching stream may not have heard me. If a trailer comes out and it has no logo, 9 times out of 10, that game's going to come to PlayStation, right? So, and then you go down the list of, okay, that most likely is going to be on Xbox. After that, probably it'll be on PC. After that, maybe it'll be on Switch, depending on limitations, right? But if you get a device like this thing and you tell me, because I just assumed it's PC, a game's going to come to PC. Now I got to worry about the PC thing is, no. A game, they all come to PC, but it just depends on the launcher and it depends on the software and anyway. So
it's just one launcher. It's just Steam. Unless you do
so wait,
work
you can't buy Call of Duty on Steam. So wait, Steam can't be bought in the Call of Duty can't be bought in the Steam store.
So you can't launch.
It can
Black
now.
Ops 7. You can't launch Black Ops 7 from Linux because it's going to tell you it requires the safe boot.
Is that every Call of Duty?
You only get just Black Ops 7.
Oh well, you making it like every Call of Duty, man.
No, not every Call of Duty, just Black Ops.
Well, man, and nobody jumped in and said, "Oh, we're talking about Black Ops 7."
And Destiny 2, you cannot play Destiny 2 on it.
Gotcha.
Well, that game's dying. Don't nobody care.
So Doc said, Cowboy. He said, Cowboy, you just said it. The next Xbox will be premium expensive. The next PS6 will also be expensive. If this thing lets you play games at a cheaper price, maybe it will. It might work, But I think the PC side of it, knowing what games you can and can't play, that's gonna. I mean, I'm sure they won't ever put that on the box, but just imagine, it's like we were saying, right? The guy buy his kid for Christmas the Xbox Rogue Ally, and out the box, the event was saying, and out the box, you're like, wait, you got to update crate, whatever that crate thing you call, or you be like, what is this? Now, if you're not a PC savvy person, you might be returning that thing. Imagine get this, and you got it for 4 months. You like the thing, right? And then the new Call of Duty come out. You're like, I can't wait to get Call of Duty. And it's like, you can't play it on there. Can you imagine? That's kind of wild. Just to think of it that way. So anyway, People is very simple. It's just an easy to use gaming PC for the living room, because unlike Doc and me, most people don't have a mini ITX gaming PC sitting next to a TV. Let me see. People pretend like couch gaming isn't a thing on a PC. For some reason, it is, but for some reason, most people pretend like it's not something that can already be done or exist. I agree with that. Let me see. Mega said it'll play anything on Steam like a console. And Windows bloat will be what turns people away from their hybrid. And then Seb said, how do you install Windows? You download Windows to a USB, plug it in, and install Windows on the storage.
Yeah.
Well, see, you would have had to explain that to me because I didn't like.
You would have to sit there and tap like escape or F something.
He said F something.
Yeah.
Simpleton said, my ROG Ally PC is my workhorse. I play Steam, GOG, GP, etc. I do have to occasionally spend some time on updates, but not as bad as on my consoles. So he said, oh, my fault. It needs batteries. Yes, it does need batteries. Still not on Nintendo level when it comes to handhelds at all. And I stand by this statement. Yeah, it came out 35 years ago. I would hope it's not on the Switch level, but it is essentially the Switch got the ideal from that. Like, other than the batteries, I don't know if Switch take batteries or not. But other than that, I mean, it's the same thing. Whether you like some people like it's 2025 and people still put batteries in a Xbox controller and they like it. So some people do like putting batteries in something.
Options.
Exactly. So I mean,
but this price point is going to be the key. When they say what the price is, that's going to be what people are really interested in.
Yep, I bet everybody's on the edge of their seat waiting for that price to come out.
I say 600, 550, 600.
Lono said he's already buying it. Reforge. He said he's getting it.
I think 600.
You know why? Because you can't play Destiny on it.
All right, still not on Nintendo level when it comes to handhelds at all, and I stand by it. Here's the thing, though: when the Sega Genesis or the Sega Nomad came out, it blew any handheld out of work. So when Nintendo had a Game Boy and this and
wasn't this the first one that was color?
What the no
the Nomad?
No Nomad. Yeah, the Nomad came out after they had color on the what was it called? It was called because Nomad came out after the Game Gear.
That's what it was, Game Gear. Okay.
Yeah, Game Gear brought the color. Let me see. So Monkey Boy's in the building. It's vastly underpowered with only 8 gigabytes of VRAM.
You can get the 16 gig one with the 1 terabyte. More expensive.
Oh, they got different options.
Yeah, you can get the bigger one.
I might have to pull up the digital camera.
Cost more, that's gonna play more games for you if you get the more expensive one.
Nintendo have 2 different libraries for handhelds. Sega Nomad was literally a portable Sega Genesis that has the same library of games. Game Boy didn't, or DS or 3DS, not till Switch. Exactly. On Windows, and Doc said, not on the Steam OS. And then Doc says, no, you can't play Call of Duty on Steam OS.
No.
And he said, Call of Duty.
Probably because of Ricochet.
Huh?
Probably when they put in Ricochet, you can't play it because some anti-cheats don't work through Linux also.
I don't even know what Ricochet is. But Seb said Call of Duty sells mostly on consoles versus PC. And then Mr. Irwin's in the building. He said, I've been here since the beginning, but fell asleep. I'm interested more into the VR Steam frame because it's a PC as well. This is the only PC VR hybrid I can take with me. So let me ask you this, Urban. I actually mentioned you when they said that. Then somebody actually said that it's not a good thing because you have to have it connected to a PC. So do you think, is that a problem with VR? Like, do you feel like you want a VR that could be standalone on its own? Like, is it a problem that you have to have it connected to a PC? Seb said, I could play Monster Hunter Wilds on Linux with BASIC. That's the only multiplayer game I care about. So I'm okay. Base next. I guess I don't understand why you could buy a game for PC, but you can't play it on certain. So what? You can't play it on a launcher, is what it is, right?
No, it's the OS. It's the whole operating system.
Okay, so the operating system won't allow you to play the game itself.
Yes.
All right. Call it. See, this is why I got a console.
Windows, you could play anything.
All right, so Call of Duty works on Steam if it's on Windows. And chair. So yeah, I mean, I guess what you're saying, some people don't like Windows, so then they can't play certain games. But it's like, I guess if you like that game, then you'll just have to get Windows. That's what we're saying, right?
Yeah. So with SteamOS, the performance and the UI is a lot better, a hell of a lot better than Windows is. But I mean, you're sacrificing that inevitable thing with the games.
Okay. Cherryman said most of the newer Call of Duties doesn't work on my Steam Deck. He said anything with anti-cheat doesn't work on Steam Deck. That is the truth. But isn't it a good thing to play something that don't have cheats?
No, anti-cheat is the thing that they put in so that way people can't cheat.
Oh, so you can cheat. I'm pretty sure you can't play Black Ops 6 on the Steam Deck. And let me see. Seb said, correction. I can play Dead by Daylight too. So that's the two I care about. Here's what's crazy, bro. I don't want to get too in on you PC people. Bro, if I had the device and I don't know, can I play a game or can't play a game? And it wasn't exclusive.
Yeah, I've seen people on Twitter be like, oh, I'm on SteamOS or I'm on Linux. I'm not buying this game because I can't play it. Yeah,
and this is crazy. This is another one of those things that PC gamers don't talk about. We have so many of these conversations. I never heard nobody bring this up to now. When people are like, oh, it's better because of this, and it could do this, and it could do that. But you leave out this, and you leave out that, and you leave out this. I'm just saying. Anyway, Monkey Boy said, I'm hearing good things about the VR headset. That's where I'm interested. Thing.
So you wouldn't buy it?
No. He said, looks stellar. The reviews are saying it's y'all said enough to make me not even want to look at the box in a store. I'll be like, my wife be like, isn't that thing? Hey, keep it moving. Keep it moving. I ain't even looking at that thing. The reviews are saying it's a banger. If it comes in close to a brand, I'm gonna scoop it up. Now, what you say, Murder? You interested in it?
I'm peeking over the fence.
Why?
Because, like, if I can get into it, and it, we don't know yet, and they're saying,
do you have a Steam library? Do you?
I'm not PC Steam. I've never had a Steam nothing.
Right.
You don't have a Steam library. You don't have any of them
free
games from Epic.
No, I've never played anything that has to do with a PC. So if I can set this little box and it's at a good price point, and I can see some of those games, because they're at some of those shows, remember at the end, like we talked about yesterday, you do every now and then get those wish lists or play today on Steam. Then I'm like, damn.
Yeah, my thing is though, Murder. My thing is, when you've seen those games, you have to tell me, when did you wait till those games released and check to see if that game was on console? That's what I'm saying.
I didn't because they'll tell you not on console, on Steam only. Because
it's like Mr. Irwin was saying, a lot of games are developed on a PC first, and then they make the console port. So in this they know for a fact this game's going to be on PC. They don't know yet which console it's going to be on, right? So they throw you and say Steam wish list, just so you know it's going to be on Steam, right? But if you check down the road when the game's released, then you'll be like, oh damn, that did come to console, or it didn't come to console.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how the reason why I bought a Portal, because I already have games on PlayStation. I bought games on PlayStation. I bought that Portal. Finally one that worked, because the first one, the update broke it. But when it works, I saw pretty much most of the games that I bought. Not all of them, but a good chunk of them.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I like stuff that's more of a definite, and I like stuff to be, I don't want to guess, right? So you guys just taught me a lot about PC in general today. Another reason why I probably never get into PC gaming, just some of the stuff I just learned. So I think that's consoles are made for somebody like me, right? I don't want to know that I need Windows, and I don't want to know that I need Steam OS, and I don't want to know that I got to buy it on GOG, and I don't want to know that I had to buy it on I have Armor Crate, and I don't want to know. I don't understand none of this stuff, and I don't. It's too much. It's too many variables, right? It's too many variables to say the game's going to run great. Oh, this is why your game's running bad, or even playing with Neos. Every time we play, he's like, the lag. I'm like, bro, what is going on? Well, he found out his router was first he was playing on Wi-Fi. Then he realized, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get the hardwire. Okay, cool. I said that should be your issue. Should be done. Then he got it and he realized, like, oh, my modem's old. Dave was like, yeah, well, your modem, you need a new modem. Then he got the new modem, so he stopped doing Wi-Fi, did wired. He got the new modem. He was making sure the Wi-Fi drivers was up to date and the internet drivers up to date. And then he still got the lag. He has no clue why when he's streaming and playing and he says his internet is good. I just think his internet is probably trash. But he's saying it's good. It's just too much variables to wonder if I'm going to A, be able to play the game, or B, be able to play the game and enjoy playing the game. All right, let me move on. So Ms. Irwin said, I love my Sega here, but it took so many AA batteries.
Right. So for me, I switched my ROG Ally from Windows to SteamOS because Windows was irritating on that thing, to be honest. And I like it better on SteamOS. But you know, I know that fact. You know, I can't play certain games through it unless I'm doing it.
I mean, you know, it's cool as long as you know. So that's fair, right? If you decide to buy something and you're privy to that information, that's fair. And then you're able to make that conscious decision to say, listen, I'm going to buy this, and I might not be able to play certain stuff, but you know, it is what it is. Here's my thing. Let me back up a little bit.
Yeah, but GeForce.
Well, here's my thing. It's one thing to get a console and you can't play an exclusive. Like I get a PlayStation, I can't play Halo, right? I get Xbox, I can't play God of War. I get that. But bro, if I buy a third-party device and I can't play third-party games, I'm flipping tables, I'm punching a hole through the wall. I'm like, I can't play Call of Duty, one of the most popular games in existence.
They'll have that fixed by the time it comes. They'll have it's. I don't think that'll be a big deal.
It's a thing. Also, it's a thing with
That's wild. That's wild.
anti-cheats. There's also something with NVIDIA.
Okay.
Like, you can't put SteamOS on a NVIDIA card.
So Seb says 700. Yo, we should do a pool. We should do like a bet and like how much we think this thing's gonna be, and have like literally everybody maybe chip in $10, right? And we have a pot, and then the person who win, those people who win get that amount. It's probably illegal what we're saying, allegedly, but
right.
That's kind of cool. All right, so let me move on. 9 out of 10 people, they're buying something that's a tech item or well aware is going to need an update for Peach 6-year phone. Your refrigerator, just about everything this day and age needs one update. Let me see. My refrigerator has never needed an update though. But Sega Game Gear. Let me see. Yep, that's the first colored handheld.
Yep, that's the one I was talking about.
Yep, the Game Gear. No, the OS. Doc said. Sorry, Doc, if I'm getting, it takes a little bit sometimes, So most likely the games that won't play on the device will have a notice, just like it does on the Steam Deck. But you know what's crazy though? What's not fair? Okay, give me a notice. I get the thing, and it's notice. Well, what if a game that I like that's coming out a year from now and I got this device? Where was the notice? There is no notice. The game wasn't out yet. You'd be like, what the? All right. All games would work with Steam OS if they supported Proton with the anti-cheat, but most don't. Yeah, you would have to explain that to me. Mr. Herbal said the Steam frame is technically a Steam machine as well because it runs Steam OS. It can play PC games without a traditional PC. He said,
talking about the headset.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he's talking about the thing. Yeah.
That looks cool too. That looks cool.
Yeah, that looks cool too. Let me bring Cubini in the building. Cubini, what's going on, man?
What's up, boys? I'm on my phone right now, but I wanted to definitely get up here with you guys. So I'm on my way home.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, look, I do We Wrestle Wednesdays, and so I'm probably not going to be doing this much longer. Anyways, I'll probably, to be honest with you, maybe I would.
I gotta run to the store. That's why I got my sweater on. My lady needs some medicine. She has a or Pepto Bismol or some shit. She has upset stomach.
Oh, let me do this though. Let me just read the last of these comments, and then we could go free for all. So Urban World said nothing like this exists. He said 100% day one purchase for me. He said MetaQuest 3. Simpleton said MetaQuest 3 has Steam Link, which lets you stream your game from your PC into a VR screen. How is that different than the VR stream thing? And then Sev said, because most games you buy on PC assume you will be on Windows OS. Mech 2, Mr. Urban World, I'm super excited about it. Oh, me too. Mr. Urban World, super excited about it. It looks awesome, especially how it can work without a PC and how it streams the video over or whatever. I'm hearing great things. Let me see. Monkey Boy said, I haven't heard anything about 2 different models. Are you sure that's verified? And then Mr. Urban World said, Simpleton is different because Quest 3 isn't running Steam OS. I have Quest as well. And then Seb said, again, Anthony, another reason we agree this isn't for console gamers. If you don't know, it's not for you, is it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. Monkey Boy, I agree. Just wish they would have had a holiday season release date. It would have been under my Christmas tree. And then Monkey Boy said, I hear that. I'm surprised they are waiting until 2026, but I guess it needs a little more polishing. And then he also said, what do you think about the new Steam controller? How useful are those touchpads and how accurate and fast are they compared to a mouse? I use only controller on PC, thinking about that too. I think they probably will be all right. I feel like the Portal's touchpad, which is like not really a touchpad, but it's on the screen itself, is pretty accurate. So imagine a physical touchpad. Yeah, for now, I cannot wait for the Steam machine. So I'm grabbing the Windows PC this holiday season, but the Steam frame is a Steam machine hybrid. So I'll still experience some of the excitement. You know what's crazy, Mr. Urban World? You never know what you don't know, because just in the Discord the other day, you was hyped up for the new Xbox. You was like, y'all don't understand. This is going to be a handheld. This is going to be a console hybrid PC. It's going to blow things out the water. You don't understand. And now today, his whole world was
honestly,
rocked.
Cowboy, I think a Steam Deck under your TV doesn't really change much. It's just another option to play games, like Jersey said. I don't think it's going to be a fundamental shift to anything anybody else is doing. But also wanted to clarify the OEM thing I said earlier.
Okay.
I think what's going to happen, and everybody knows everybody, right? Microsoft, Steam, Valve, PlayStation, they all talk to each other. I think Microsoft knows that this was coming, which is why Phil was so quick to say congratulations. I think that's kind of funny. But I think they're going to have a OEM brand console for Xbox next year that comes out that's made not by Xbox, ROG or, HP, who knows. And I think that's to compete with this new box. And then the big boy is going to come out with the PS6 a year later.
Okay.
I think they're going to go that route, so they can cover all the bases.
Do you think people
it would make sense.
Like the double dip?
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be an Xbox Ally X, for your TV. Kind of like it's going to be the same thing.
For your TV.
Yeah, it'll be a decently powered box for your TV, made by Asus, maybe. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then they'll have the big boy with the PS6 the following year.
I would hope they would market it and let people know they are coming out with something else, because
I would hope so.
They're saying GTA 6 might have pushed that back even further. Those consoles.
All right, let me
delay a console for a third-party game, brother. Come on now.
All right, let me read this real quick. Monkey Boy says, Monkey Boy, not necessarily unless the game has no controller support, and gyro is what I suggest using personal using personally. I also use controller on my PC. And then Monkey Boy said, thank you. And then he said, this is why I buy high-end Windows PCs. I play every game with no question. Axe Linux and Steam OS are awesome, but they're not quite there yet. Probably 5 more years. And then Seb said, you said your refrigerator never needed an update. I just had to update the firmware on mine because it stopped making ice. I didn't know I needed to update the software. You know what's funny? We actually just had our ice machine. You know what's funny? We literally less than a month ago, our ice wasn't making ice, and our water wasn't coming out. The water was frozen, and the ice, he had to actually just replace the whole thing. I don't know anything about an update, but he did have to replace hardware. Linux isn't what needs support or Proton. Sorry, Monkey Boy. Cowboy said. Monkey Boy said, Cowboy, you need to separate PC gaming from Linux gaming and Steam OS gaming. They're not the same. Only the first one is basically problem free. The second two is where the issues lie. But that still is all PC gaming, right? Because Linux is on the PC. Steam, they're all on a PC, right? Is what I'm saying.
My
So
thing is, I don't know how Jersey was like, this is marketed to console players. So I was like, what?
Yeah. So let me read the last
It's literally marketed to Steam Deck guys. That's it. Hey, you want to play your Steam Deck set up at home on your TV? Boom, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, if you watch
more power. You know?
If you watch that commercial, that is what it sounds like. They said this is
more powerful Steam Deck. It's Steam Deck 2. That's Steam Deck 2 right there.
Yeah, they only sold about 3 million of them, so it's a small market.
Right, let me read these last couple comments because I don't want to be late for my thing. Please, it said, please, PC guys, don't give Cowboy an excuse to dig on the PC without thoroughly explaining it. Go buy a PC, make sure it's a mid-range or above, use Windows and use Steam, and everything is fine. Then Simpleton said, all right, Cowboy, I'm out. Time to head home. All right, man, take care. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. And it's been good talking to you. I moved over to PC about 8 months ago, and I've had 0 problems, 0 issues, 0 updates, 0 nothing. I do nothing but come home and game every day, thousands of demos and trials. No, you're a person I couldn't believe. If you said 0, 0, 0, I don't think there's any PC gamer on planet Earth that would, unless they're lying, would be like, I
would never say 0, but the problems I have had are a quick Google and it's fixed.
Right. Now that's fair. So I think what's fair is for you to be like, I've had issues, but they wasn't a problem. Like for instance, one of my biggest videos on my channel is when I got a treadmill. So I got the treadmill and it was weird. It wasn't working. So I ended up Googling it and I seen that sometimes that treadmill is a wire that's loose. And so you take the compartment off and just put the wire down, crimp it, and put it back on. I thought it was so simple when I did my review. I said, but I wouldn't take points off of this because it was that easy. I didn't say it doesn't have issues at all. I said this was happen, but it was so easy, it didn't bother me.
So let me tell you something.
I love for you to be like, bro, it can have issues, but if you really want to know, it isn't that big of an issue. For you to say it has no issues, I think that's really being disingenuous. But I don't know. Maybe you got a super PC.
Let me put a fact out there right quick. This device will be cheap because Steam OS is going to make it cheap. Because if this shipped with Windows, it would have been way more money.
Okay.
I mean, the difference is the license key. You know, that's the difference. But I think it's still going to be at least $500. I would say.
Let me read these last two. You can't just mix them together. That's like saying because the Nintendo console is underpowered, then all consoles are underpowered, and consoles gaming is no good gaming because Nintendo doesn't have power. Now I get what you're saying, kind of, sort of, but you can't just mix all the PCs together and then say, oh, the problems are all there for everybody. Like I said, PC gaming is Windows, and other two are New Horizons. And then, but then there's people who don't like Windows, right? So then it'll be like, well, why they don't like Windows? And then Neo said, Cowboy, I just got off work. What's up, man? Let me see. PC definitely has issues. Maker Chaos said, he said consoles have issues, but it's not as much as PC. And then, yeah, I would never say my console never had an issue. I would never say I never had an issue on a console. You know, that would be crazy. That'd be disingenuous. Most of the time, a restart.
I've had consoles freeze and lock up and crash. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could bring up the red rings of death, or you know what happened to me? So I like to buy consoles day and date. Did you know when I bought the PlayStation 4 day and date, and I was one of the people that got it where the HDMI port wasn't connected in the back. So I got my PlayStation 4 day one and couldn't play it. I had to wait 2 weeks for Sony to send me out a new one. That happened. You know, that was not cool.
You should have defected right there and there, bro.
Saying PC doesn't have issues.
That should have been your bottom line.
Saying PCs doesn't have issues is like me saying world doesn't have issues. That's pretty bold. Thanks for calling me a liar. I've had 0 issues and my updates are automatic. Thanks for calling. I'm calling you a liar, unfortunately. So maybe you're not a liar, but I'm gonna call you a liar. Don't take that statement in mind. That's just me personally. I'm not telling everybody to call you a liar. I'm just calling you a liar. I don't stream. I just come home and play. I'm not sure what issues you think I'm having and what issues I'm lying about, but I really appreciate you calling me a liar. Calling me a liar. Yeah, I am calling you a liar. Let me see. So, all right, I'm going to stop right there. No, I mean, I'm just going to keep it real. This is called keeping it real with the Cowboy. I think you're lying, but that's just me. But you might not be. I could be wrong. See, I could say that. I could be wrong, but I am calling you a liar because I think you're lying.
I don't think he's lying, Cowboy. I think he's exaggerating the seriousness of the small issues he's had. Trying to play it off like it's nothing, you know.
No.
Yeah, but by saying 0 to him, a driver update's not an issue, so he's going to say 0. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's exaggerating.
Okay, so yeah, if he had a driver issue, but it didn't bother him, that doesn't mean 0. So that means he's lying.
To his small little pea brain, I guess it does.
You can't get around something being either happening or not happening. Because once it happened, then it's past tense. And if you say it never happened, then you are lying, right? But I don't want to make this a big thing about him lying or not lying. Maker always says no problems, but from the 2 gaming PCs I've owned to gaming laptops, I've never had a single issue, never had to tamper with settings.
The word never is fucking, come on.
The word never is wild, but he said he never tampered with stuff. So if he got it, never, I don't know, never, I don't know.
If he left it bone stock, then maybe he would. I don't know.
I think it's PC gamers who have an issue with 30 frames and 60 frames that say the fake isn't running well. All right, I'm not gonna read any more comments. I'll put them up on the screen.
Ron Flusher, what's up, brother?
Which steak you mean?
Ron's in the building. What's up, brother?
Oh, my man Ron's in the building. We gotta put the one up, acknowledge him. What's up, Ron? How you doing today? I think Ron is really cool. I think Ron kind of gets on everything. He always got a joke for everything. He kind of shares the equal, dislike, not dislike, but he does like Luna. So wait, let me say that. All right, you consistently try to make it out like did everybody that has. Bro, I'm just telling you from what I hear. I could be wrong. I'm at least saying I could be wrong. I could be. I'm just assuming. You know what to say about assumptions. I could be wrong. You might not be lying, but my opinion is you are lying. You can't get mad at me for my opinion thinking you're lying. Like, why are you mad? You should be like, whatever, Cowboy don't know. Right. You ain't in my house. You should just be like, you don't know my stuff, right? That's fine. I could be wrong, but I do think you're lying. Anyway, guys, this was another cool stream that was all about PC.
Moral of the story: Cowboy is not getting this device.
Yeah, I will never get this. I will never. I'm just gonna leave it there. I wouldn't get this device, but I wouldn't get a PC either. But I think there's some cool things with PCs. I think the day where there's no consoles, I would definitely get a PC. I'm gonna get the most powerful PC and I'm gonna do the 30 million frames. I'm gonna have everything, and I'm gonna learn it, and I'm gonna get into it. But I think I'm probably gonna die, and there'll still be people making consoles. Now, maybe if developers say, look, we don't make console, we barely make games for consoles anymore, then I would be like, well, I gotta get into PC because I like I'm a AAA whore. I like AAA games. So if PC start having more games that you would be like again, I said it. I remember Crisis was out. I remember console gamers was like, damn, look at that game Crisis. We'll never be able to play this on a console. Now, I still didn't buy a PC because it was only one game, but it had made me like, damn, I'm jealous, you know? So, you know, give me a reason to get something. I'm just one of those people. I need a reason. Like Murder was like, I think I want to get it because that's not me. Like I need to, you need to be like Cowboy. Did you see that game? I'd be like, what game? It's on that the Steam whatever. And I'd be like, man, he's like, no, you got to see the game. And then I look at trailer like, damn, like, bro, the Steam thing only costs like $700, bro. And they said they got more games like this coming. And it's exclusive. You can't get it on console. It won't look like this. I'd be like, how much is it again? But until you do that, I'm a simple guy, and take that how you want. And I like consoles because they're simple.
Well, there's a chance we might get Half-Life 3 before GTA 6.
Damn, can you imagine?
Might happen. All right, guys. So let me close this down because I got to do We Wrestle Wednesdays. Guys, thanks for popping in. It was a fun day streaming Arc Raiders with Murder. It was a fun day having Cubini on, Murder on, FCat on, Jersey popped in. All you guys showing up. Listen, I love gaming, and one of the coolest things is when a gamer finds a game they love. If you find it on PC, cool. If you find it on a damn Switch, you find wherever you find the games that you love the games. Good for you, but I do want to have these conversations and talk about the video games we like and more. So with that being said,
let me say real quick, as a whole observation, Cowboy, the landscape is changing, my friend.
It is, brother.
It is. The old days are done. It is absolutely fundamentally changing.
I like it. I'm
excited for it. I am. God knows what's going to happen the next year. It's going to be a hell of a year next year, man. I'm telling you right now.
I agree.
I can't even. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I think there's going to be a lot of games that we've been waiting for, so that's going to be cool. And then you're going to have this new device, which is going to shake things up. Dude, it's going to be a great time for gamers, man.
So, all right, brother. We'll talk later. Have fun wrestling. I wish you had crossplay so I can play with you. God damn it.
Do what?
I wish you had crossplay in that freaking game so I could play with you guys.
No, man. Hopefully next year they make the next one crossplay.
I think it'd be in their best interest. Yeah. All right, brother. Have a good one.
All right, later. All right, guys. That's Cubini is out of the building. I'm going to close this thing out, but I'll be right back with We Wrestle Wednesdays. I'll see you guys in the next one. I appreciate it. And, you know, I hope you know, listen, my intentions isn't to upset anybody, but if I do.
You know what winners say. Fuck the losers who can't take a joke. Man the fuck up.
And now your mama knows.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. All right, subscribe. Come on, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm a small YouTuber, but I got so much content. The most important thing about the channel is it's... All right, that's not right. The most important thing about the channel is it's a everything channel. So make sure you check out all of the playlists. I have product review videos, vlogging, movie reviews. I'm just gonna look up and say how-to videos, and then real quick, how-to. Oh, maybe I'm forgetting how I shoot. All right, ready? How-to videos. What is the devil? How-to videos and gaming videos. I make videos called Trash Talk 101 where Well, you guessed it. I talk trash or rebuttal back to someone who talked trash to me. Like I made a video responding to the Nerf Report and Angry Joe. Remember, I'm going to say shows and podcasts. All right, you got it? Mm-hmm. Shows and podcasts.
Oh, wait,
no, you're not supposed to say it.
You're showing the pillow.
Huh.
Okay.
We don't have to do the head thing if y'all can't do it, all right?
Okay, just do it. No. Yeah.
And then put a little There you go. Whip that name. Shows and podcasts. And more! And also, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can be added into the new subscribers thank you videos where I make a skit and I post everybody name up on the screen who subscribed to the channel in an individual month. You gotta see videos like the March subscribers video where I was dancing. The July video I have my cute granddaughter saying thank you. Or even the video where I smashed my 84-inch TV as I said thank you to everyone who subscribed. Make sure you go to my playlist because the playlist is where you can see all the different videos I have. I have over 1,000 videos, over 50-something playlists, and every single video on my channel is assigned to a playlist. I want to thank everyone who ever came to the channel and watched a single second of any video. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And with that said, and now your mama knows.
And now your mama knows.